Hello everyone, Mitch the Preacher here with another Bannerlord video, and this time we're going deep into the elaborate and sometimes not so clear leveling of your character and companions. Being new to the series myself, the first time I clicked the character tab or pressed the C key, I was quickly confused by the 6 attributes and 18 skills before me. While I'm familiar with attributes in terms of RPGs, what I didn't know was the effect putting points into them had on the 3 respective skills in that row. So let's start from the top. Bannerlord has a use-based skill system. What that means is as you use skills, you level up in them. As you level up in skills, you gain levels. As you gain levels, you're awarded focus points and sometimes attribute points. As of this moment, you gain attribute points every 4 levels, but as recently as a week or two ago, it was every 3 levels, so this might change before the game officially releases. When you first start your character, it will be very important to spec into the appropriate attributes that govern the 3 respective skills in that row, so let's go over those 6 attributes now. The first 2 are fairly straightforward. We have Vigor, which governs the 3 melee skills of one-handed, two-handed, and polearms. We have Control, which governs your bow, crossbow, and throwing. The next 2 I would say are a little less clear. We have Endurance, which will affect riding, athletics, and smithing, and Cunning, which is going to affect your scouting, tactics, and roguery. Finally, we have Social, what you might call charisma in other games, governing charm, leadership, and trade, and intelligence, steward, medicine, and engineering skills. Now that we have our 6 attributes and what 3 skills they each represent, it's easier for us to understand the effect that spending an attribute point has on our character. So as I said before, every 4 levels, you gain an attribute point to spend. You spend attribute points to increase learning rate and learning limit of all 3 skills in that respective row. Of course, with these points only being handed out every 4 levels, you won't be spending a ton of them anytime soon. This brings us to focus points, which you get 1 every level. These points can be spent on a single skill to increase their learning rate and learning limit. I recommend spending these on the skills you will use the most early on. I myself like to focus on polearm, bow, and riding, as they make you quite lethal in the battlefield. There are a few things more satisfying in this game than nailing a headshot with your bow from a fair distance away, or using the crouch lance ability to turn your enemies into Vlandian shish kebabs. I won't go into leveling each skill individually, as I believe that a few of them are fairly straightforward. Want to level up bow? Shoot things with it. Harder shots grant more experience in that respective skill. However, a few of them I found to be quite difficult to level naturally, so hopefully these tips stand out. I want to focus on scouting, tactics, roguery, and charm, how to level these, and what practical benefits you get from them. Starting with scouting, the easiest way to level this skill is not immediately apparent and isn't even on this character tab. It's actually on the clan tab, where you determine yours and your companion's roles. You want to set yourself or the companion you're trying to level scouting with to the scout role. Now as you move across the world map and discover the bandit hideouts, you'll find that you level up in scouting. So we have a hideout there that we've already seen, but if we discover a new hideout, we see that a hideout has been spotted and our scouting skill has increased. Next, we have tactics. The best way to level tactics is to command your troops by formation during battles, particularly where the odds are stacked against you. As tempting as it is to simply delegate command to the AI with F6, you'd be better off in the long run to familiarize yourself with how your formations should fight. This will make you a better player and help you increase your tactics skill while you're at it. The advantages can be quite time-saving, as the higher your tactics skill is, the higher chance you can simulate battles without casualties. Also, if things really turn sideways, the tactics skill can help you minimize sacrificed troops when trying to get away. The third skill I'd like to discuss is Roguery, and this doesn't have to be a bad guy skill and can be quite lucrative if leveled efficiently. While you can raise this quickly by looting and pillaging villages and caravans, you can also level Roguery by recruiting bandits to a higher purpose, or ransoming no-good looters to nearby settlements. Either way, the perks of Roguery are worth looking into, as it will give you a sizable increase to battle loot and gold plundering following your fights. The final skill I want to talk about is Charm. Now, Charm is really handy for improving relations with people. It can also help you with some of those more difficult tasks that involve convincing people to do what you say, whether it be through guessing people's motivations or by intimidating them. The best way to increase charm is to strike up conversations with the nobles of Calradia and offer them items as gifts. Now this might be an extreme example, but you'll see that offering them up gifts of gold increased my skill points in charm. The two biggest advantages to increasing your charm skill are going to be the increased chance of passing those conversation skill checks on quests, and later in the game, your influence rating becomes the primary currency of importance to you. I would argue more important than your stacks of gold. Influence determines your standing in the realm, it determines your daily income, and it's a fairly accurate measure of how well you're doing in the game. Don't take the charm skill for granted. Well, that wraps up this deep dive on skills in Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord. I hope that you found this video helpful. Please do subscribe, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you'd like my next Bannerlord video to be. Thanks everyone, and we'll see you next time in Calradia.